Welcome to Top 5 Saga channel. Discovering the top 5 in every category. 5 politicians often considered to be feared, either because of the power they wield, their authoritarian practices, or controversial policies. Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Position: Supreme Leader of North Korea. Feared for, Kim Jong-un commands an isolated, authoritarian regime that controls its population through intense surveillance, propaganda, and repression. The regime has been accused of severe human rights violations, such as arbitrary detentions, executions, and censorship. Kim's pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missile technology has also made him a central figure of concern globally, particularly in Asia and the West. His leadership style continues the legacy of his father, Kim Jong-il, and grandfather, Kim Il-sung, often instilling fear both within and outside North Korea. Vladimir Putin, Russia. Position: President of Russia. Feared for, Vladimir Putin is widely feared for his authoritarian control over Russia and his geopolitical actions, especially the annexation of Crimea in 2014, military involvement in Syria, and more recently, the invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Domestically, Putin has been accused of silencing opposition, manipulating elections, and repressing freedoms. Critics have been imprisoned or mysteriously assassinated, and Putin's grip on power seems almost unbreakable, making him one of the most dominant and feared political figures of the 21st century. Xi Jinping, China. Position: President of China and General Secretary of the Communist Party of China. Feared for, Xi Jinping is the most powerful Chinese leader since Mao Zedong. His consolidation of power, elimination of political rivals, and implementation of strict censorship and surveillance have created an atmosphere of fear among political opponents, intellectuals, and activists. His government has been accused of committing human rights abuses, particularly in Xinjiang against Uyghur Muslims. Internationally, his assertive foreign policy, militarization of the South China Sea, and handling of trade relations have raised concerns about China's growing influence and aggressive diplomacy. Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia. Position: Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia. Feared for, Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, has become a controversial and feared figure due to his role in transforming Saudi Arabia's domestic and foreign policies. While he is credited with reforms like allowing women to drive and modernizing the economy, his government is also known for a brutal crackdown on dissent, including the arrest and execution of political opponents and activists. The murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018, allegedly ordered by agents close to him, brought international condemnation and fear of his ruthless approach to silencing critics. Bashar al-Assad, Syria. Position: President of Syria. Feared for, Bashar al-Assad is one of the most feared leaders in the Middle East, primarily due to his brutal response to the Syrian civil war. Since the outbreak of the conflict in 2011, Assad's regime has been accused of war crimes, including the use of chemical weapons, indiscriminate bombings, and widespread torture. Despite the collapse of much of Syria's infrastructure, Assad has managed to hold onto power through a combination of foreign military support, notably from Russia, and sheer brutality, creating fear among both his domestic opponents and the international community. These leaders are often regarded as feared due to their consolidation of power, disregard for political freedoms, and international policies that create instability. Like, share and subscribe. Top 5 Saga channel.